The AP English Lit question 3 prompt is different from question 1 and question 2 in that a text is not provided. You need to choose the text from the ones that you've read. One similarity between the prompts is that a lot of times the prompts start with fluffy material that kind of distracts you from what the prompt is really asking. So let's just read the introduction here slowly. In Kate Chopin's The Awakening, protagonist Edna Pontellier is said to possess that outward existence which conforms, the inward life which questions. That's interesting, sort of. So we're talking about a character who follows society or expectations in one sense, but inside herself, she questions whether that's the right thing. Okay, so we've thought about it very briefly, and now what we need to do is we need to forget about that because we need to find out what this question wants us to answer. In a novel or play that you have studied, identify a character who conforms outwardly while questioning inwardly. So this is a pretty interesting thing you need to do here. Important is that you need to choose your work. Actually, let's make it more specific and choose your character. Then it says write an essay, of course, that's what you're doing, in which you analyze how this tension between outward conformity and inward questioning contributes to the meaning of the work. Avoid mere plot summary. You know that already. Then at the bottom, it always says you may select a work from this list below or another appropriate novel or play of comparable literary merit. I would advise you not to even look at the list. Looking at the list can be an anxiety-producing thing. So let's just forget about that. Focus on the works that you've prepared for the test. Now, the problem or one of the special things, unique things about question 3 is that the meaning of the work of a whole, the meaning of the work, the holistic understanding of the work is something that's discussed often. So that's kind of code actually, and what it's asking you to do there, the meaning of the work, is often the theme. And you need to identify it. A lot of students will unfortunately say they will choose a character who outwardly conforms and inwardly questions, and then they will say, and this contributes to the meaning of the work. But you'll end up with a 4 if you do that. You need to identify the meaning of the work. Think about what a theme is. A theme from that work that fits with the idea of conforming and inward questioning. So identify a theme. The third thing you need to do here is find evidence. About the prompt. So what evidence do you need? You're going to need to think back from your own memory and think of examples from the work, as many as you can. No direct quotes here. They're not expecting you to memorize. As many examples as you can of a character who conforms outwardly and questions inwardly. So you're looking for a character who has this inward conflict. And, this might be a good essay that you can write from the beginning to the end in sequential order, chronological order. You don't have to. There's no prescribed way, but that would perhaps work here. But the key is to discuss the theme. That is the central element that the prompt is asking for. What is the meaning of the work, and how does the character's actions, the action of the character, support that?